Scene script. Have you ever wondered why some states just can't get their act together, or why certain regions seem to have a monopoly on questionable decisions? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the top 10 dumbest states in the USA, based on average IQ scores. And remember, we said dumbest, not most charmingly quirky. You might be wondering how we've compiled this list. It's not a random selection, nor is it based on personal bias. We've taken a look at the numbers, crunched the data, and arrived at our conclusions based on cold, hard facts. Specifically, we've used average IQ scores as our benchmark. IQ, or intelligence quotient, is a measure of a person's cognitive abilities in relation to their age group. While it's not a perfect measure of intelligence or potential, it's a widely accepted tool that gives us a rough idea of cognitive performance. Now, before we begin, let's get a couple of things straight. This is all in good fun. We're not here to mock or belittle any state or its residents. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and an average IQ score doesn't define a person or a place. It's simply one way to measure one aspect of a population. And let's not forget, these are averages we're talking about. Every state has its geniuses, and its, well, less than geniuses. Just because a state has a lower average IQ doesn't mean there aren't brilliant minds within its borders. It's like looking at a forest and judging it by a handful of trees. So, with that being said, let's dive in. We've got a decade's worth of data to sift through, and some of the results might surprise you. We'll be starting at number 10 and working our way down to the state with the lowest average IQ. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump straight into number 10. You know what they say, the early bird might get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Coming in at number 10 we have, drumroll please, Mississippi. Not exactly a stellar start, is it? According to the most recent reports, Mississippi's average IQ hovers around the lower end of the spectrum. Now, before you start packing your bags, let's remember that an IQ score isn't everything. Mississippi is the birthplace of the blues and the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley. It's also home to the largest river in North America, the mighty Mississippi River. So, they've got that going for them. But when it comes to brain power, the numbers suggest that Mississippi could do with a little boost. It's interesting to note that despite these statistics, Mississippi has produced some of the greatest literary minds of our time, including William Faulkner and Tennessee Williams. Well, there you have it. Mississippi, you might be number 10, but remember, there's always room for improvement. Moving swiftly forward, we have our 9th to 6th dumbest states. Hold on to your hats, folks, it's a wild ride. Our 9th place goes to the state known for its potatoes. Yes, it's Idaho. With an average IQ score that may make you scratch your head, it seems like the residents are more focused on cultivating their famous spuds than their brain cells. Perhaps a few more puzzles and less potato farming might be in order. Moving east, we land in the bluegrass state Kentucky, sitting comfortably at number 8. Famous for its bourbon and horse racing, it seems the state might be enjoying their own products a little too much. We're not saying correlation equals causation, but who knows? Maybe a little less bourbon and a little more book time might just do the trick. Coming in at lucky number 7, we head back west to New Mexico. Known for its vibrant art scene and stunning landscapes, it seems that the residents may have been too busy appreciating the beauty around them to hit the books. But hey, who can blame them? With those sunsets, it's hard to resist. And rounding off our list today at number 6 is Arkansas, the natural state. Known for its diamond mines and vast wilderness, it seems the residents might have been too busy digging for gems and exploring the great outdoors to worry about their IQ scores. It's all a matter of priorities, right? And there you have it, folks. 4 more states that may need to brush up on their trivia skills. But don't worry, we're not done yet. Nearing the top, or should we say bottom, of our list, we have states 5 through 2. Trust me, it's getting interesting. Grabbing the number 5 spot is the Sunshine State, Florida. With an average IQ just a smidge higher than the previous states, it seems the abundance of sunshine might not be the best for brain power. Remember, correlation doesn't imply causation, but it's something to ponder. Moving along, the 4th state on our list is the bluegrass state, Kentucky. Kentucky's average IQ score is a bit lower than Florida's. Perhaps they've been focusing too much on their horse races and not enough on the books. Next up, at number 3, we have Alabama. It's not all bad news for Alabama though, after all, they're not number 1 on our list. But with an average IQ score that's lower than Kentucky's, there's definitely room for improvement. And now, drumroll please, coming in at number 2 is Mississippi. Yes, the hospitality state is the 2nd dumbest state according to our most recent data. It seems that their southern hospitality doesn't extend to inviting more education into the state. Wow, those states really need to hit the books. But who will take the top spot? Any guesses? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The dumbest state in the USA is, drumroll please, let's not keep you in suspense any longer. First place in our countdown goes to the state known for its beautiful beaches, palm trees, and of course, oranges. Yes, you've guessed it right, it's none other than the Sunshine State, Florida. Now before you Floridians start throwing oranges at us, remember, we're merely going by the numbers here. According to the most recent data, Florida's average IQ score sits at a rather underwhelming figure. It certainly doesn't help that the state ranks among the lowest in terms of high school graduation rates in the country. But hey, who needs high school diplomas when you have the best oranges in the country, right? But let's not forget, Florida is also the home of the infamous Florida Man news stories that never fail to amuse us. Whether it's wrestling alligators, stealing peacocks, or trying to barbecue in the middle of a hurricane, Florida Man always keeps us entertained. However, it's not all doom and gloom in the Sunshine State. Florida is also known for its thriving tourism industry, beautiful national parks, and diverse wildlife. Not to mention, it's the home of Disney World, where dreams come true, or so they say. So, congratulations Florida, you've officially taken the top spot on our list. Remember folks, it's all in good fun. Every state has its strengths and weaknesses and we love them all for it. Stay tuned for more interesting facts and rankings. Until then, keep those oranges coming, Florida. Well, that was quite a journey, wasn't it? We've traversed the length and breadth of the USA, from the sultry south to the nippy north, and even took a detour into the Wild West. Along the way, we've met some states that, let's just say, wouldn't win a national spelling bee anytime soon. We kicked off our countdown with our 10th state, where the local pastime seems to be scratching heads rather than hitting the books. Then we cruised through states 9 to 6, a motley crew of regions that seem to value moonshine over mathematics. Our next stop was states 5 to 2, a collection of places where the state bird might just outwit the average citizen. And who could forget our grand finale, the state that took the crown for being the dumbest, or should we say the most intellectually challenged. But let's not forget, this video was all in jest. We love all 50 states equally, and we know that intelligence can't be measured by a single number or a simple list. So, let's take this as a lighthearted look at our diverse nation. And there you have it folks, our countdown of the top 10 dumbest states in the USA. Remember, it's all in good fun. Until next time, keep those brain cells buzzing.